Hey, everybody. Now, before we get started here, I'd just like to say this is a podcast mainly about entertainment-related things, mostly comic booky type stuff and all of its various media that it spreads out into. So if you don't like that, you can go watch Prank Invasion or something like that. But if you do, you might want to stick around and hit that subscribe button. We'll be posting these regularly, semi-regularly. We'll try to get out as many as we can, and other things that we work on in the meantime. So subscribe, follow us on all the things that we'll have links to in the description too, I'm sure. And without further ado, let's start the show.
As the name implies, this is a show about utter nonsense.
Utterly nonsense.
Indeed.
Mostly nonsense.
Hello, I'm the redheaded one.
Is that how we're going to start this?
I guess so.
I-
Okay,
You,
what's
man.
first on our list of talking points?
All right, let me get up the talking points.
Our
All talking
nonsensical
points
toilet
today. Oh boy.
Do we want to start with newsies type stuff?
Sure.
Why not?
What mattered to me in the news today, so the first thing, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite just came out last night. Pretty excited for that. Does anyone have any feelings on it, opinions?
I have literally no opinions on it.
I
I have no
actually
interest in
haven't
actually
seen-
playing it.
I'm sorry. I actually haven't seen anything about the game. I didn't even know it was in production until the other day.
Yeah, I played the third one a lot. I stupidly got the first version, and then they made a second version. I'm sure they'll do that with this one, too. It's Capcom. What do you expect? But the big controversy about this game is that they're only including characters mainly from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Any Fantastic Four, X-Men, they're all gone. They're out.
Well, I mean, that's
Good.
really shocking, is it? Well, what do you have against the Fantastic Four? Like, if you
Again,
remember,
because they're terrible movies.
well, read the comics. Like, they're
I actually
some,
do. They're way
Haven't the
better.
comics been out of print?
Yeah, for a while now, but like the original, old school Fantastic Four comics are great. You know, you legitimately understand why Stan Lee loved that group so much. You know, there's so many great stories featuring the Fantastic Four that the films just ignored. You know,
You know, I like the original films.
really,
I do like them.
you're the one weird person who likes every bad comic book movie.
I
mean-
don't like every bad movie.
I mean,
Really?
hey, Chris
So
Evans
how do you
has
feel about
fired-
Batman v Superman, John?
I like it a lot.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Tell me what's wrong.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's wrong?
Batfleck. Great
Okay.
job.
Batfleck was good
Well,
casting.
everyone agreed
That's
they liked it.
the one thing I think we can all agree on is DC's been pretty strong about casting so far, with the exception of Amy Adams as Lois
You
Lane.
know-
But
The funny thing about that was, way before they even made that movie, I always thought Ben Affleck kind of looked like a Bruce Wayne.
I could kind of see that. I will say, when they announced it back in what was it, 2014? They announced Batfleck.
Maybe.
Was it?
It was a
Yeah,
couple
yeah, you're
years
right.
before, right?
I was gonna say
yeah.
2014 and 2015 had to be.
Well, the movie came out in 2016.
Maybe.
15, 14, whatever it was.
Okay, well, I just remember hearing that and just being shocked. I grew up on the Christian Bale Batman. As far as I'm concerned, Christian Bale is Batman. Will always be Batman.
I love
Affleck's-
Christian Bale as Batman. Oh my
Affleck
God.
does a damn good job. Don't get me wrong. He is amazing in the role. I think he was perfectly cast. He's still not Batman to me.
You know what I say? I say the heck with them both. Michael Keaton's still Batman.
Yeah, Val Kilmer's my Batman.
Well,
Oh my God.
I mean, you can't compare Val Kilmer and Michael Keaton. Keaton actually did a good job with the character.
I know that's sarcasm.
I thought he was a weird Bruce, but definitely a damn good Batman. So also in the news, Injustice 2, they just announced the new DLC, Raiden, which is controversial because it's the second Mortal Kombat character to be included in the game. Everyone wanted Static Shock. They were going to include him. They had a full concept art workup, but for legal reasons they couldn't because he's actually a licensed character from the Milestone label. So
Are you serious?
but, so people were also saying, okay, then why not Black Lightning? Black Lightning is an alternate skin for Raiden. So there you go. He's
So why not just
pretty
make
much in
the
the
character himself Black Lightning? Why not make
Well.
Black Lightning and make Raiden an alternate skin for him?
that's the question of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's
No
all
idea.
about money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's always about money.
Apparently.
Well, I think mainly because, the people who develop Mortal Kombat are the ones who make Injustice, so they're just like, hey, look, our character,
So
but
who's-
also the one you wanted, so you can't really complain that much.
Fair enough.
So who was the first?
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Instead
Actually,
of
like-
any of the DC cold villains, they gave you Sub-Zero.
Well, you
Actually,
do
in
have
the-
Captain Cold.
Actually, in the last DLC, it was Sub-Zero, Starfire, Black Manta, and there might have been one more, but I can't remember off the top of my head at the
No,
moment.
it's
Mr.
just
Freeze?
three in the first
Oh,
one.
it was? All right. Good. Yeah, my roommate owns that game, and let me tell you, jeez.
Oh, wait, no, it was Red Hood. It was the other one.
Oh, yeah, Red Hood.
Oh,
That's what
Red
it
Hood's
All right,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love playing Red Hood. Very fun.
Oh, and also announced as a DLC character. This one was a surprise to me. I did not expect. Hellboy.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
no
pretty good.
way.
Hellboy is.
Oh.
I mean, you got to admit, like,
Where's the
obviously
War
we've all
Doctor?
seen the Guillermo del Toro movies. He's done an amazing job with the character.
Hmm.
Aside from that, very obscure DC character.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
it-
Was
it-
he actually published under DC?
I think it was actually published under Dark Horse, but they
Yeah.
own rights. But yeah, no, I just think in general he's a very obscure character. I don't know. When people list all the great comic book characters of all time, Hellboy's not on the top of anyone's list. You know?
Yeah. Well, I think he's put on the map because of the movies.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Ron Perlman iconically played the character.
Yeah. Speaking of iconic looks, how about that new one? That image that was released.
uh-huh.
What's the name of the new actor?
David Harbour. He
Right.
played the cop on Stranger Things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that image.
Actually, I've
looks
still
awesome.
not seen Stranger Things, and that's still on my list
You've
to
still
do.
not se- God, you are a pop culture retard.
Hey, I haven't seen it either.
You're not wrong.
Okay, well, so are you.
Hey, you know what I do? I wait to watch things until they're not popular anymore. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's too mainstream, bro.
Well,
Ain't
I mean,
about that life.
I mean, we've gotten to the point where you're
Exactly.
pretty much there, I mean, it's been a year since Stranger Things came out. Season 2 is already getting overhyped, but it's not going to live up to everyone's expectations. I can tell you right now.
That tends to happen. With
You never
shows.
know.
Yeah.
Season 2s are always like.
Well, I know
nonsense.
it's going to focus on more horror elements. I know that's probably not what people want or were expecting or what people really enjoyed about the first season. I'm not against it personally, but I still don't think it's going to live up to the expectations set by the first season.
You never know.
We'll see.
I can't comment on that because I haven't seen it.
You should watch the first season.
I will. You know what
Like
I
I
will
said,
say?
we'll do eventually.
I think, as far as season 2s goes, have you seen Daredevil?
Mm-hmm.
I did like season 2 of Daredevil better than the first. It's
I
like
agree with that statement completely because
most-
Punisher, man.
Yes, because of
Punisher.
His trailer just dropped. You
We
saw
Yeah,
it?
we
I
saw
saw
it.
that.
We
I
saw it.
freaked out so hard. I was
I'm
screaming internally. I was so hyped.
Yeah.
I was
And-
like, the second that gunshot went off, I was just like, oh, it's about to get real.
Yeah, and speaking of bad comic book movies no one likes, I like all the Punisher movies. The one from 1980, I think 9 or 4 it was, with Dolph Lundgren. The one with Thomas Jane in 2005, and 2008 Punisher Warzone. I don't know
Actually,
why-
that was 2007, I'm pretty sure, with Ray Stevenson, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I-
that one was terrible.
I saw 2005.
I like the action.
And
That's all I'm there for.
Like, I was there for the action and the metal music, but other than that, I was just like,
Oh, and
this is over the top and ridiculous. All right, Slipknot's in the background, cool.
also Wayne Knight as Microchip. Come on, it's Newman from Seinfeld.
I've actually never seen Seinfeld, but yeah, that guy. I liked Chip.
Okay.
I very much liked
I-
Chip.
come on, you got to see Seinfeld. Greatest sitcom ever made. You got to see
I
Seinfeld.
still haven't even seen of all Full House,
No one cares about Full House. No one cares
especially
about
Fuller House. What the hell's that?
It's a
It's the
bad
Netflix
reboot
version.
that people actually legitimately did not
Jesus
like.
Christ, people are paying money for this?
Well, it's Netflix.
Netflix
you know,
pays
it's
money for
included
it.
with
Jesus
it.
fucking Christ.
I don't know. You got to wonder about some Netflix's decisions regarding original programming.
I don't understand where they get like all the money to pay for it. Like, do the subscriptions really rake in that much
They've
cash?
been at it for like 20 years. Like the service has been around for 20 years. Though it started out as just DVDs, moved on to instant streaming. I believe around 2005, 2006. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the business model. I'm guessing they do have a lot of subscribers. I'm guessing
Like-
$8 a month adds up when you have millions of households watching.
They'll pay these comedians like what, $20 million for one special?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy most of those.
And to be fair, a lot of the revenue from those come from the actual ticket sales, not just the specials themselves.
Oh,
It's
I
not
didn't
too
know
hard to
that.
pay the comedians, yeah.
So should we jump right into the next topic?
Sure.
Shall we? Yeah.
Inorganic segue.
Here we go. Well, it's always a perfect
What a
segue.
transition.
So, this has been sort of recently announced. Warner Brothers is going to make a Joker Origins movie. That's not
Oh,
it.
it's a little
That's
bit
not all.
dated.
And it's going to be outside of any of the established film universes. So it's not going to be Jared Leto Joker.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not going to be Heath Ledger.
Oh,
It's gonna
yeah.
be a new one.
Oh, yeah. Brand new news from 3 weeks ago.
And no, this one's kind of new.
Okay.
They want Leo DiCaprio to play the Joker.
That was announced at the same time as the rest of the news.
No, I just saw that.
I'm
That was
pretty
new.
sure I heard that they were eyeing him. I mean, Scorsese's attached to produce, right? Like, I
Yes,
think everyone's...
yes, he is. That was announced.
That was
originally.
announced originally. And no, I think a lot of people at least assumed Leo was going to be attached just because of Scorsese. And
Well, I didn't assume that, but
I don't know. Well, I saw a lot of
think
commentary
it's
on
nuts.
people just expecting it. Yeah, for a Joker origin, it is supposed to be a Joker origin movie, right?
You already made Joker so lame with Leto. Can they just please stop?
like, yeah. Why make a movie about the Joker? You already have all this Bat crap. Now you're gonna also have Joker.
Mm-hmm.
You should have just left it
Where
at Ledger
are they
and let
gonna
it
go with this?
die.
Obviously, Batman has to be in it.
Well, I think they want to keep Batman out of it, but
They can't. He's
yeah, I
part of
know
the
you
Joker
can't really
origin.
tell Joker's story without that duality. You know?
Like, even if they only use his origin about the whole Red Hood thing from Killing Joke,
Mhm.
Batman was there, so he has to appear.
Sure.
I mean,
No
if
matter
it's
what.
anything like Killing Joke, or maybe it's just like,
I'm guessing
oh,
it's not gonna be
he's
Killing
in
Joke.
the insane asylum with
Uh,
pre-crazy Harley Quinn, then maybe
well,
I'll
I'm
be
guessing-
interested.
My guess is that they're going to craft an original story around it. Whether or not it's a good original story is a different talking point. But I'm assuming it's going to be its own thing because you really can't tell a Joker origin story without Batman, you know. And I'd love to Scorsese. It's been a while since he's made a good movie, but who knows?
Well, I hear if the Joker does have a past, he always prefers it to be multiple choice.
true.
Yeah, doesn't he have like
that's-
three?
I understand the reference.
Doesn't he have actually like technically 3 backstories that even he doesn't know
Oh,
about?
are you buying into the three Jokers theory?
I mean,
Well, I
it
guess
might
it's
be. I'm not
really-
buying into it. I'm just saying, hey, it could be a possibility as well because, like, I don't know.
Well, so I mean, the joke, like if you've read Killing Joke, the whole.
I actually
premise-
never read it. Yeah,
Okay, well, read Killing Joke. 'Cause
Did you see
it's
the animated version?
Arguably one. That, I
Uh,
didn't see
so-
the animated version. I know, like, where they
I
went wrong.
think so. I'm probably gonna rewatch it just to refresh my
it's
It
memory.
came out
basically-
summer of last year.
It's
so.
panel for
Yeah, I'm
panel,
pretty sure,
like a
yeah.
recreation aside from
Well-
the Batgirl thing.
Okay, I was about to say the Batgirl thing.
I thought that was
Okay,
useless.
well,
They didn't need that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't-
Warwick, Cole, how
again, I
you
didn't
feel
see
now?
it. I think there was some precedent in the comics, right? Where there's some obscure Batman comics where Bruce and Barbara ended up.
Well, the thing is it was trying to build up her relationship with him, I guess, to make her seem more important when she gets shot. But
Sure.
I think it did the wrong thing. It should have built up the relationship with her and her father, because the whole thing the Joker's
Sure.
trying to do is drive Gordon insane. He's like, "Look what I did to your daughter. Doesn't that make you want to go loony?"
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So it did the completely wrong thing. And I guess Batman the whole time he just has a straight face as always.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm gonna take you to Arkham," and that's it.
Yeah.
Although
No
some say-
killing.
Yeah, some say they kill him at the end, but it's always up for debate. Obviously, he
I
didn't.
doubt it. I really strongly doubt it. Especially since a lot of people have taken Killing Joke to be part of the main DC Comics continuity.
Yeah, if,
Oh,
you, if you
God.
think
That
about
makes
that.
sense.
Then.
But as a standalone story, maybe. But
well, Alan Moore
yeah.
always likes to say that it's its own contained thing.
Well, Alan Moore can say whatever he wants. As far as DC is concerned, Watchmen's part of the main continuity. So
I mean,
Yeah.
literally, Hollywood can say whatever they want, and people will buy it.
yeah,
Yeah, of course they will.
yeah.
Literally, like, what do you want?
hmm Okay, what was I saying? Killing Joke, Killing Joke, Killing Joke. What about Killing Joke? Oh yeah. So if you've read Killing Joke, basically, Joker likes to say that he's not even sure if that's part of his story. He might have made that up.
Yeah.
It's up
Doesn't
for the
mean
viewer to it's up for the reader to decide. But
sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice.
Well, who's for Chinese?
So, back to Batman v Superman.
Oh,
You
God.
recently asked me a question. What movie do I think is better? That
Batman v Superman or Wonder Woman?
Right.
Jack, did you see Wonder Woman?
I have seen Wonder Woman, and
Wait. Before you say anything, I want to hear John's response.
very well.
Okay. So I've been thinking about it. I think in terms of a contained narrative and a well-told story, I think Wonder Woman does take it, but I still enjoyed Batman v Superman more because they're my favorite characters, and I've been wanting to see a movie like that forever. So,
Okay, fine, but it had no plot.
oh, it did have a plot.
No, it didn't.
I don't know. How can you get confused by the plot? All you gotta do is watch it.
By the plot. There is none.
There is a plot.
Okay. Let's break this down, shall we, Jack? So,
Wonder Woman actually
want
had
to
a plot. I
explain it? No.
knew
I
Batman
want
v
to
Superman was going to be terrible. That's why I never invested any money into it whatsoever.
so you did see Batman v Superman, though.
No, I have not. I literally was not going to waste my
Jack,
time
okay,
with
take
it.
part in this debate, then.
Opinion.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just saying,
so,
like, it has its rating on Rotten Tomatoes
well,
for a
first
reason.
of all, you should see it
Rotten
before
Tomatoes is
you
rotten.
make it. Yeah, Rotten
Fair enough,
Tomatoes kind
yeah.
of fucking sucks, but first of all, you should see it just for the sake of debates like this. But
Fair enough.
I will say that.
here's the main plot of Batman v Superman. You saw Civil War, right?
Of course.
Hold on, you're going to
It's
explain
Civil War,
it.
but shitty.
Oh,
I
God.
know
come
you're
on.
going to explain it from a hating point of view.
Okay, so here's what happens,
Oh,
right?
jeez.
Opens up with a shot of Metropolis being destroyed, end of Man of Steel, right? But
Mhm.
from
I
Batman,
don't think you
Bruce
need to go
Wayne's
that in depth.
perspective. So Bruce Wayne sees all this collateral destruction from Superman.
We'll just fast forward this
Yada, yada, yada,
explanation.
yada, yada. Lex Luthor eventually manipulates events in such a way that public opinion shifts against Superman
Okay,
for some reason.
the whole thing is Luthor takes all the events that happen at the end of Man of Steel, and he manipulates all of these fears that Batman has, like all of his paranoia, and
Pretty much
the
from
public
his
opinion.
parents dying.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
he makes it seem to Batman. Like,
Martha!
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That one
Why
word.
did you say that?
Like, my buddies were telling me that one word triggered Batman because he literally just said the name Martha.
If you watch it in
Yes,
context,
we all
I'm like-
understand the motivation. It was a deeply personal
No,
story
I
to
don't
Zack
think a lot of
Snyder.
people do, because if they did, they wouldn't complain so much. It's very simple.
I was like,
It's his mother's name. It triggered an emotional response because Batman never
Because
got
he
it.
also realized that Superman
is
was a man.
human.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a human who has
And
people
great,
who care
everyone
about
understands the symbolism, but that's not what happened in the theater, okay?
him. Or you're just saying you didn't understand it when you.
I understood it when I watched it. I
what's
understood
wrong?
the emotional significance. Just because
Okay,
I
but-
understood it doesn't make it any less stupid of an ending.
Well, it wasn't the ending.
Whatever.
I was
Getting
wondering
with
where
that.
I'm in there in the first place,
Let,
though.
us get this out of in the
Climax, whatever.
A fight between Batman and Superman is retarded because Superman would just win instantly. Hi, Batman. Heat vision. You're gone.
Kryptonite.
He can just heat vision it from a distance.
Kryptonite.
What is he gonna do? Throw it at him?
Kryptonite.
I mean, Batman does have a contingency plan for everyone, including
Like,
himself.
legitimately, there are multiple DC Comics arcs where someone destroys the entire Justice League because of Batman's planning.
Seriously, yeah, that all
Okay,
happens.
Here's the argument they always get. Batman has prep time. Okay, so why can't Superman have prep time? He knows everything Batman is gonna do.
Does he?
Yeah, I bet
don't-
he could.
I don't think so.
He could spy on
okay.
him without him knowing. He just goes
Okay.
super speed.
Let's take a quick scenario. Based on your favorite movie of all time. Both characters have plenty of prep time. They know they're going to fight. Batman still wins.
Well, Superman has like 5 minutes because Luthor's like, "Hey, you got to go fight or your mom's dead."
yeah.
Also, Superman didn't
That was
know,
played by Evan Peters,
He
right?
didn't know Kryptonite existed.
Luther.
No,
Evan Peters, yes, he was Quicksilver.
Okay, I was just making. Yeah, I was like,
No.
I was like, when I saw the trailer, I was like,
Jesse
that's the guy
Eisenberg.
who played
Jesse fucking
Quicksilver. I was like,
Eisenberg.
what?
He's played by
It's
Mark
Jesse
Zuckerberg.
Eisenberg.
Oh my god.
Jesse Eisenberg. You know, Social Network.
God.
It's,
I didn't realize that.
So, no, what's his name? Fuck. Evan Peters was not associated with DC
Yeah,
in
no.
any possible way. So I don't know where you're getting that from.
I don't know, all these young, pasty-looking actors, they kind of meld together.
They all
Make a
look
bunch
the
of
same to
movies.
me. I'm
Seems
sorry.
like
I'm
Evan
just like,
Peters, you
who
know, I
are
like
these
American
people
Horror Story,
nowadays?
you know?
I've seen American Horror Story. A few episodes I do not like it. The Witches season?
Coven? Oh, that was like my
That's what
favorite
a lot
season.
of women I know just don't shut up about. They're like,
There's
oh
a
my god,
plot.
Evan Peters and HS. Oh my god. I'm like, cool.
All the subplots
will
are
never
about
see it.
sex.
What, Coven? Well, watch the other
Whatever it's
seasons, because not all of them are remotely like.
Yeah, I assume
You can
the other
skip
ones
season
are.
6, but watch the other seasons. And I haven't seen 7 yet, but people are telling me it's pretty good, so.
Oh, anyway, so let's get back to Wonder Woman. So,
Okay.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman.
so many people are saying it's the greatest DC movie of all time. I say no.
Well,
I say,
of all
I'm not
time.
saying of all
No-
time. I'm
no
saying
one's saying
of this
all
year.
time. No one's saying of all time. Dark Knight will always take the cake. There's no debating that.
Agreed.
In the DCEU, it's the best movie by far. Can we agree on that?
I like Man of Steel better.
Fuck you.
I found Wonder
Because-
Woman to actually be
Damn it.
insanely amazing.
I thought that
in
as a movie-
comparison, it is by far the best.
I thought only as a movie, it just succeeded in not sucking.
It's still
Because you know what? It's very Marvel. I think it was very Marvel.
it's definitely steering in that direction. DC as a whole is going in a lighter, more comical direction. But as far as modern superhero movies, it doesn't compare to some of the Marvel movies. It doesn't compare to Doctor Strange or.
Oh, absolutely not.
I would not say Doctor Strange is one of the best.
I know
payoff-
it's
the
just
payoff
first.
was weak.
You're right. That was a bad example, but people listed it as one of the
Iron
best.
Man.
I still think
Iron Man.
Iron Man is the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
We agree there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay,
Iron Man is way better than Doctor Strange.
else?
I will say that.
Oh, Ant-Man, another great one.
Ant-Man's
That
pretty
was
good.
pretty
I love
good.
that one.
Would have been better if Edgar Wright had directed it, but pretty damn
Did
good.
we ever get like a story on where he wanted to take it, or did he just not say?
I don't know. It was all sort of vague. Like, I think they still kept in a lot of his vision since
I'm just
he,
saying, like,
wrote it.
But also, I just wanted to say, Deadpool should be pretty up there as well.
Well,
Deadpool's
technically not Marvel Cinematic Universe, but yeah, Deadpool and Logan, if we're considering them as,
Logan's.
I mean, they are modern comic book movies, both much better than Wonder Woman, but yeah.
I can't wait for Deadpool 2. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Josh Brolin.
Yeah, I really want to see Deadpool.
I just can't wait to see Ryan Reynolds' like disgusting looking face be the ultimate badass in the stupidest red suit I've ever seen in my entire life.
I know, right?
I can tell you right
I
now.
would give myself like maybe 6 more
This
times.
is
and
an
it gets
example
boring.
of a movie where it has a very coherent plot, right? It doesn't matter though. The plot does not matter whatsoever.
Well, the plot's very basic.
Exactly. It's a very simple story structure,
Yeah,
Man falls in love, man gets cancer,
very simple.
yeah.
All right, I
And,
see what you did there.
Man gets his love back. No, it's in all seriousness, it is a pretty simple 3-act structure.
Although-
No one's. everyone
That's why
knew
it was
gonna happen.
released on
That's why everyone
Valentine's
knew.
Day.
That makes me think though, is he just gonna ditch her for Domino in the next one?
No,
That would like
doubt
invalidate
it.
the
I
whole-
really doubt it.
No, I mean he does fall in love with literal death.
Yeah. Well,
well, they can't. do
so
it
that's gonna be
because no
that's gonna be
Domino.
tough to bring
Yeah.
into Deadpool.
Thanks,
yeah.
Thanos.
Well, so I'm guessing Death isn't going to literally make an appearance in the MCU. We've seen
Absolutely.
Hela from Thor Ragnarok. We've seen her interpretation. We've seen her say she is the goddess of death.
Hela, the goddess of death, has invaded Asgard.
Oh, I've missed this.
Well, that will conclude our very first episode. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little bell thingy if you want to get notified anytime we upload something new. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we're 3 barely Irish assholes, and have a nice day.
Wow, that is a bad sign off. This has been utterly nonsense.
That was nonsense.
That was nonsense.
You are nonsense.
See you next time.
How's it going, guys?